This is how I found out that my mom had a malignant narcissistic pattern. When I was a teenager, she would make these jabs at me like, I'll never be your friend. Or, who do you got? I got my husband, your brothers. I'd be on the phone crying and she would tell me to stop trying to get sympathy from my boyfriend. They're calculated jabs, destabilize me emotionally, and to assert control. Especially a parent during my teenage years, I was vulnerable looking for support. It's extremely damaging. She made me question my worth, isolated me emotionally. She created this sense that I can't rely on anyone. Her goal was never understanding or resolution, it was punishment. But my mom also endorsed and participated in physical abuse with me. Instead of protecting me, she chose the side of somebody that was abusing me. So when I was slapped really hard on my back, it left a welt. I was 13 years old. It was my birthday party at the Great Wolf Lodge. And she said I deserved it. I just felt guilty as a child. I also got my aunt to enlist in abuse when I was a 10-year-old or 11-year-old. She always had this calculated willingness to use others to do harm to me. I was a kid and I was just blamed and I was broken. She definitely participated in the harm that was being done to me without empathy. She allowed it. She didn't care about my well-being or my safety. Her behavior was abusive, so I always had to wonder about her morals and her motives and the truth about her motives. But no kid wants to think that their mother wants to abuse them. Natural expectation as a kid is safety, love, and protection. Felt violated and unsafe in her environment. Because my instincts as a kid growing up was something's not right. She kicked me out at 17. She kicked me out when I was 29. She's raging at me. She's calling me the devil, telling her how her rage is dysregulating my nervous system, how it's like she's lacking common sense, like she doesn't see the harm that's being done to me. I get really frustrated with her. Silent treatment, putting a birthday gift like by my door, her not actually celebrating my birthday, her not wishing me happy birthdays, all purposeful avoidance, passive aggressive, emotional manipulation, leaving a gift by my door and not coming to me directly, not celebrating my milestones like last year. Roads at your self-worth. Combined with her rage, her projection, her tendency to scapegoat me, let others scapegoat me. It goes beyond ordinary narcissism. This is malignant narcissism. Aggression, it's manipulation, a lack of empathy. The goal was to have dominance in the relationship, not nurture it. Her behaviors are not just mistakes. It's not just flaws, deep dysfunction and cruelty with her actions. She never had a real friend in her life, and that also fits the pattern of a malignant narcissist pattern. People that are malignant narcissists, they can't form authentic bonds with people, don't have relationships where they're reciprocal, lacks empathy. She's consumed by her own bitterness and her own controlling needs. She has acquaintances, but real close friendship, she's never had it. Where there's trust, where there's care, mutual support. Her never having a true friend is a reflection of her deep isolation, self-absorption, her not being able to form healthy relationships. And unfortunately, I became a huge outlet for her unresolved pain. Instead of supporting my independence and supporting my relationships and my friendships, take jabs, she'd criticize, manipulate my social life, would undermine my connections. She wasn't ever nurturing of me. She was feeding her own ego, trying to control my identity. She clearly didn't ever want a real bond or intimacy with me. She tried to push me away emotionally. Never intended on forming a genuine nurturing bond. Like, we'd go to the mall together and it would be so awkward. Just left navigating her rejection, navigating the confusion. We could never actually have like a good time together. Her inconsistent attention. She projected her anger, her bitterness, failures, and her toxic marriage onto me. She never formed genuine bonds, lacked true friendships, used passive-aggressive tactics, using to celebrate my birthday, never protecting me, taking jabs at me, being cruel, using silent treatment as a weapon, being a very unsafe and confusing, abusive environment. Her life, her trauma, her choices, emotional harm, the manipulation, it was never mine to carry. It wasn't my fault. It came from a place of love, trust, and vulnerability, hoping for connection and protection from my mom. Me exposed to abuse, neglect, couldn't meet me with love and safety. It was a pattern of emotional abandonment and betrayal layered on top of abuse that shows you my intentions were so different than her behaviors towards me. She can show selective empathy to babies or to animals, be kind, loving, gentle towards animals or babies, or people that don't challenge them. She's extra nice. I always wondered why she was always so nice to my cousins, other people in the family, but so cold to me behind closed doors. Like, I'm her own kid. All performative empathy. But where it comes to human relationships that require accountability, saying I'm sorry, I made a mistake, vulnerability, selflessness, withdrawals, she manipulates and she abuses instead. It's all about maintaining a positive image for her. Keeps emotional distance from those who challenge her. She can show up caring where it benefits her ego. My mom has selective loyalty. My mom has created a network where people depend on her financially, emotionally. They won't call her out on her dysfunction and provide a roof for my cousins, for my grandma, for my aunts. If anyone confronts her, they'll lose risk to her resources and approval or connection. It keeps people dependent on her where they're too afraid to challenge her. This makes her power stay intact, her image remaining untouchable. People tolerate my mom's dysfunction because they feel obligated to. She kicked me out. She rewards those who comply, and she punishes those who displease her. A cruel and calculated dynamic, and that's what makes it malignant. She didn't care about me. She didn't care that I needed a place to stay when I was my most vulnerable, sick with a chronic illness, and hurting financially. She didn't care about my stability, my health, my safety. She prioritized her own ego and avoidance over me. I would confront her about her silent treatment. I would confront her about the abuse. I'd confront her how my brother's treating me. Unsafe dynamics for my mental health. She scapegoated me because she didn't want to confront reality. She has narcissistic patterns. She can't form healthy bonds. Desperately needs self-reflection and therapy. Her dysfunction is unaddressed and it's deeply ingrained. I'm self-aware. I'm reflective. I'm capable of empathy and compassion and healthy relationships. It only highlights the contrasts. The contrast is I can grow and she won't change. Her inability to change isn't just disappointing, but it highlights how I need to protect myself. I can't rely on her. And this is where I step fully into my own life without being pulled back into her dysfunction.